it on, man.
Yeah.
I'm knocking on the door. You're once a young hungry lion just like me coming up. So let me get the opportunity and the chance.
What's going on, you guys? So Oscar De La Hoya, this past weekend at the Alexis Rojas George Ashley fight, he said he had some big news. He said that they was possibly making a big move. What could this big move possibly be? Is it a fight with Crawford versus Ortiz? Is it a fight with Crawford versus Rocha? Or is it a fight with Crawford versus Spence? Hit that like button for your boy. We on Bushido Boxing TV. This is where we're going to be. Now, surprising to many, with Oscar De La Hoya, first thing he said was, well, we was talking about the Errol Spence fight. So that'll lead fans to believe that is Oscar trying to become the promoter for Terence Crawford to make the biggest fight in boxing with Errol Spence Jr. Well, a lot of fans seem to have really liked to skate over that whole notion of Oscar potentially promoting Crawford, to make the Spence fight. And the way I take it is, Crawford's doing whatever it takes to try to get this guy in the ring, even if it means that he has to get a promoter like Oscar De La Hoya to do it. But and also another guy got brought up, right? Alexis Rocha, who was fighting that night against George Ashley. And in my opinion, the 25-year-old Alexis Rocha isn't necessarily ready for Terence Crawford, but he's ranked 3 in the WBO, and he's the guy that's next in line anyway. Boxing fans are really, really riding with the narrative that this is what the whole big move is about. I don't necessarily see this as a big move. This is something to get fans necessarily excited about. It's a regular mandatory fight. This is a fight that Crawford is going to have to do. This is a fight that Crawford is going to have to follow through with regardless whether he wants to or not, because, well, it's a mandatory that's coming up. He's number 3 in the WBO. All the other guys got out of the WBO ranking, so Alexis Rocha is the guy that's next in line. So that's goes without saying, right? But box fans seem to want to push a narrative that Alexis Rojas is the big move and Crawford's going for Alexis Rojas, and this is the big move. Now, I don't think this is the big move that Oscar De La Hoya was referring to. The big move would be to get Terence Crawford to sign, potentially get him a couple of fights deal, and promise him to get the Errol Spence Jr. fight. Now, we've seen this before when Bob Arum was part of in the mix, and he had no success in getting Errol Spence to fight, right? Al Heyman, the powers that be, they just didn't want to seem to deal with Top Rank at all. But with Oscar De La Hoya being Ryan Garcia's promoter and them getting that fight done for April 15th, Oscar De La Hoya seemed to be optimistic that he can also get Crawford to fight with Errol Spence Jr. Is it something that's necessary? I don't know. I'm going to leave that for you guys to decide. But whatever the case may be, the big move for me would be an Errol Spence fight and a Virgil Ortiz fight. Now, they may not be looking to put Virgil Ortiz in there with Terence Crawford just yet, because they may want that fight to be a little bit bigger. The time is on Virgil's side. Not to mention, they might want to wait till he gets a belt first, and then go into the Terence Crawford fight as a unification bout. So that could be the play for Golden Boy and things that's shaping up with Terence Bud Crawford. So, yeah, man, it should be interesting to see how this thing plays out. You never know what's going to happen in boxing. Nobody's seen this coming with Terence Crawford and Bernard Hopkins and Oscar De La Hoya taking a picture with each other, saying that big moves, the best pound-for-pound fighter on the planet. They seem to be excited to have Terence Crawford to even come to the Golden Boy headquarters, right? And if you look at all the promoters and the businessmen in boxing, a lot of them don't seem to be too fond of Terence Crawford. However, two guys that haven't said anything negative or disparaging against Crawford is Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins, and for good reason. These guys are Hall of Fame fighters. They're fighters themselves, so they know what it's like. And now they converted over to the business side of boxing, but they also are fighters at heart, so they know what's up, right? We go see how this thing plays out. Alexis Rocha is a fight that has to happen regardless, right? I'm not sure if that's the big move. I don't really believe that's the big move that Oscar was referring to. The big move, in my opinion, is a fight with Errol Spence Jr. and Virgil Ortiz. Will PBC be willing to do business with Golden Boy and Terence Bud Crawford to make the biggest fight in boxing? We'll find out soon. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.